Hey howdy hey, how is everybody doing? For as long as Disney movies have been around, there have been fans who have made up theories, and some of these theories are truly genius. In today's video, we are looking at Disney theories that could definitely be true. First up on this list, we can't help but wonder, did Disney predict the future? This theory has blown up all over the internet with memes galore. In the movie Tangled, Rapunzel is a prisoner essentially in her tower for 18 years. She's not allowed to leave and is not allowed to have any contact with people outside of her tower. She is the queen of quarantine, many have called her. Obviously, this princess's circumstance hits a little too close to home with what is going on in the world today, but the association doesn't just stop there. It turns out that Rapunzel's kingdom is located in the land called Corona. Now, if that doesn't freak you out a little bit, then I don't know what theory will. This next theory suggests that Dopey is actually Geppetto from Pinocchio. A Tumblr user by the name of Dress Up Dolly proposed this theory. The two have very similar facial features. I mean, they have the round pink nose, ocean blue eyes, and overall similar facial structure. The theory goes on to suggest that there were originally 6 dwarves and they found an abandoned baby who ended up being Dopey. You might also notice that Dopey looks like a baby whilst all the other dwarves are grown-up adults with beards. And the other dwarves constantly pick on Dopey as if he doesn't fit in. Eventually, Dopey grew up and grew bigger than the dwarves and moved to Italy. He obviously experienced a lot of difficulties making friends due to his isolated upbringing and found comfort in creating clocks, toys, and wooden puppets. This next theory basically suggests that Boo from Monsters, Inc. is in fact the witch from Brave. Now remember that Pixar theory? That comes into play here. Now if you think about it, in the movie Monsters, Inc., monsters did use some form of teleportation via doors. So it isn't hard to believe that Boo may have figured out how to teleport, because not only was she scared nightly by her monster Randall for years, but had a full-on VIP tour of the Monsters Inc. building, so if anyone got a good look at the technology, it was her. At the end of the movie, when Sully has to leave Boo, it is believed that Boo never stopped searching for her big blue friend, and actually teleported to medieval times in Scotland. And if you do recall, the witch from Brave could teleport using doors, just like in Monsters Inc. Additionally, there is an artifact that suggests that this is Boo. In the witch's house, there is a wooden carving of what looks like Sully, aka Kitty. Coincidence? I think not. This next theory suggests that Hercules and Ariel are actually related. This isn't so much a theory as it is just having some basic understanding of Greek mythology. So as you know, in the animated film, Hercules is the son of Zeus, who is the god of lightning and thunder. Zeus has a brother named Poseidon, who is the god of the sea. Poseidon then has a son named Triton, who would basically be Hercules' cousin. This would then make Ariel Hercules' first cousin once removed. I mean, both come from powerful families and have some type of draw to mortals that they fall in love with. So this theory could very well be true. Keeping up with the theme of The Little Mermaid, this next theory suggests that we have seen Ariel's mother before, but in another Disney film. In the movie Ariel's Beginning, we are introduced to Ariel's mom, Athena, who is killed by a ship of pirates. I guess you can't help but be understanding of King Triton's reluctance with humans after that. Anyway, fans have suggested that we have met Athena before in the film Peter Pan. Remember when Peter Pan takes Wendy to Mermaid Lagoon? You can see a mermaid with long red hair who looks like a young Ariel. The theory also suggests that the pirates that killed Athena may have been working for Captain Hook. This next theory comes from the movie Inside Out. Fans believe that Inside Out and Monsters Inc. are in the same world and that Bing Bong is Riley's monster. Remember the end of the Monsters Inc. movie when our favorite monsters, Mike and Sully, begin to capture kids' laughter instead of scaring them and giving them horrible nightmares to power the city? Well, there's a theory that suggests Bing Bong was one of those monsters who came on the scene and was in fact Riley's monster. This would explain Riley's loving and happy association with her imaginary friend. The theory also suggests that it wasn't actually Bing Bong himself who faded away. It was actually just the memory of Bing Bong. This next theory is a big one, and it ties in both the movies Beauty and the Beast and Tarzan. The theory suggests that Belle and Jane are actually related. Fans have argued that the witty and empathetic Jane is actually a descendant of Belle's. In simpler terms, Jane is Belle's great-great-granddaughter. I mean, they both have similar looks as far as facial features, long brown hair, and those big, beautiful yellow gowns. Personalities are very similar, both very curious and smart and attracted to men that are wild. Both of these these female leads look past the exterior looks of these two men and open their hearts and get to know them. The two young women also have very eccentric dads who walk to the beat of their own drum. Additionally, what really tied in the two movies was the infamous teacup set, which you can see Turk playing as an instrument during the song Trashing the Camp. This teacup set obviously looks very similar to Mrs. Potts and Chip. It is believed to be a family heirloom passed down from Belle to Jane. This next theory actually proposes that Woody was owned by Andy's dad. In the film Toy Story, we are led to believe that Andy and Woody go really far back as far as their friendship, which is why he's the favorite. Later on, with the introduction of Toy Story 2, when he is accidentally found by Al in the yard sale, Al asks Andy's mom how much for the toy. She responds that he's been in the family for years. Further in the film, we get into an intro of Woody's Roundup show. On the TV, during the song You Got a Friend in Me, we can see what looks to be an Andy lookalike hugging Woody. Many believe that this is actually Andy's dad. Now, why wouldn't Woody recall any of this? I'm not really sure. I guess that's why it's still a theory. Our next theory suggests that the evil queen from Snow White is actually Mother Gothel from Tangled. It has been proposed that the evil queen never actually died at the end of Snow White, that she survived the fall and perhaps made herself another life as Mother Gothel. Many fans have argued that the two look very similar in appearances. They both are obsessed with staying youthful and will pretty much stop at nothing to obtain it. Second, that they both have magical knowledge and practice a lot of manipulation. Last but not least, their weapon of choice is a dagger. Now, those are some Disney theories that could be true. If you have any good Disney theories yourself, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to read them. As always, thanks for being my guest. Until next time.